What's up, everyone? You know me, I'm Jack Slater, the comic outlaw. Check us out on YouTube. And furthermore, we're bringing you one of the most dysfunctional three-way relationships ever, Thanos versus Deadpool. Yes, both these guys are tagging Lady Death, and she has been kidnapped. And they have been tapped in order to find her, because without Mistress Death, life is taking over the universe and nothing will die. So we're back, and Thanos is basically going over what's going on. He's saying without the gift of death, things will not die, creatures will not die, morally wounded things will not die, people from disease. This life problem is spreading out all over the universe. And there's a cosmic balance in the universe that life and death must coexist. It's the natural order of things. And now, without death, chaos is riving through the universe. Where some people might find it a joy that their relative is still alive, there's millions upon billions of suffering. But that doesn't mean nothing to good old Wade Wilson. He's coming in riding one of Thanos' servants. Thanos gets pissed off and tells him enough. Now Deadpool is just generally bored here because Thanos is doing all the legwork and Deadpool is just mouthing off. But Thanos is set on finding death. Now, this ends up leading them to another planet, the planet called the Dying Light. But of course, they have to have their moment because Thanos had wiped out half a universe in order to prove his love for death. Deadpool just kind of shows up and does a little sexy dance, and that's pretty much it. But at this place, this Dwindling Light, Thanos and Deadpool stand ready. Of course, Thanos will not be denied, for he feels necromancy. He feels the presence of death. She was here. And this is where they kind of talk a little bit, and Thanos goes on to say that this is some kind of death cult. And Deadpool at this point is just kind of taking pot shots at Thanos, trying to figure out why Death would want to be with him. And Thanos is kind of figuring out the same thing. But out of nowhere, this clear-skinned chick comes with a big old axe and tries taking a nice slice out of Deadpool. And before Thanos could realize what's going on, there's literally a killer rabbit with a huge rifle trying to blow them away. And this is great for Deadpool because, he's bored, he's wanting something to kill, he's been wanting an opportunity to use his sword, and now these creatures are coming at him going, kill us, lay a mortal wound upon us. And for Deadpool, this is his lucky day. He feels like he just got the C-3PO box with all the Star Wars action figures. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. That seems to be the very popular thing now, isn't it? Now, Thanos is kind of trying to figure out what exactly is going on. The rabbit reveals that they reenacted the greatest tribute to death by killing half of their troops. And they realized that it was Thanos was the one that initiated that when he had the Infinity Gauntlet. And they recognize him now as the avatar of death, the true servant, and they stopped attacking, for they are on the same team. Apparently they had summoned death, but someone had stolen her away. And Thanos has promised to come back and give them one of the greatest tributes of all, to murder them all, to send them to death after they cure this immortality problem. And of course, Deadpool's going off again, saying things like Thanos can't get it up, he's not a good lover, he's fat as hell. And I just love how Thanos just punches the ever-loving crap out of him, because all it takes is one blow from Thanos. But Thanos gets a little carried away and just beats the ever-loving hell out of him. I mean, Deadpool, for all his mouth, his helium, all that other stuff, he's not as strong as Thanos, and he's outclassed when it comes to a good old fist fight with Thanos. Now Deadpool's laying on the ground, of course, not dead, because no one's dead. Immortality. But all of a sudden, the Guardians of the Galaxy show up. And of course, they blame Thanos for this. Which is really stupid because Thanos has spent his entire life trying to eradicate people, trying to bring death upon those in the universe. And why would he want to make everyone immortal? But anyways, the fight continues, and Thanos is just slapping them around. But the numbers game. I always bring that up, the numbers game. Drax the Destroyer in combination with Gamora, Groot, they start beating the hell out of Thanos, and they think that he has the Infinity Stones, which they are supposed to be called the Infinity Gems, but thanks to Marvel movies, they have a new name. And right when they're about to shove that gun right down Thanos' throat, Deadpool shows up. And not only that, he calls in the reinforcements. Yes, he calls in the death cults, because the chick with the clear skin did give Deadpool that number, those digits, and he's calling it in right now. And just when they think the Guardians have Thanos, the reinforcements show up. And I just like how Thanos says, Peter, you kill more of your members than I do. You're more responsible for their deaths than I am. And that's why he sort of likes him. And I just kind of like the mind games that Thanos plays with Star-Lord. And I just love this little killer rabbit too. He's about to bring the knife down on Quill, and Quill escapes, thinking that he's going to shoot down Thanos' ship. But in turn, Thanos just turns around and blows theirs up, leaving them stranded on that planet with the death cold. And I love this. They're back on Thanos' ship, and, Deadpool says he's burning up, and Thanos is wondering what's going on. And all of a sudden, someone grabs Deadpool. And you know who this is. This is our good buddy. The man with the funny name, Francis. Francis is back, but now he's called the Abyss Man. And he was sent to hell, and he wants revenge on Deadpool, burning him. And just when he's about to have his revenge, Thanos comes out of nowhere and just bitch slaps him. I mean, that's the best term for it. He just thud. And he says that no one's going to kill Deadpool but him. And then he fires that guy out into the back into space. He's kind of hanging there. The cold air does help Deadpool out too and puts him out. But he saw death again. And they need the man from hell in order to find her. They need Francis, because Deadpool was the one that sent him to hell. What will happen the next time? We'll find out. And I'll catch you on the flip side.